Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just 1 second. Let me see. Just give me like 1 second.
No worries.
Okay, Armando, your appointment is okay, 1:30. Yeah, I guess we can start now. Sure. Um, okay. So again, just give me like another second. Okay. Hey, how are you?
Hello, good. How about yourself?
I'm good. So what are you here for today?
So for pretty much every assignment, every paper that I have to write for one of my classes, before turning it in, I pretty much have to come to the writing center and just get
Uh-huh.
it like feedback, whether it be vocabulary, grammar, things like that.
Uh-huh.
And pretty much, it's something like getting like a stamp or something. Pretty much for the
Yeah.
professor to know that hey, I went to the LRC, I went to writing center, and I got my paper approved or feedback and stuff, and then I would make
Uh-huh.
those changes and then submit it with the proof that I visited the center.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So that's a lot of students are in the same situation. So we definitely work with students who have like mandatory verification that they have to return to their professor. The only thing I want to let you know is there is a way to get your paper more formally reviewed and have a formal verification that it was looked at. So on Blackboard, there is if you go on Blackboard and you go to My Community, there is a writing center button, and then you click on tutoring and you submit your paper. And then in 2 to 3 days, you won't even have to meet with a tutor. I mean, you're here right now, so you and I will look at the paper together just because you made the appointment and you're here. But in 2 to 3 days, a tutor will look over your paper, give you comments and feedback, and then submit it back. And that will be your verification to your professor. You'll take a picture of that and show your professor. Right,
Oh, okay.
that's more formal. So like in this case, because I'm tutoring you through Zoom, there's no way for me to really verify that you came. So I don't know if your professor is super flexible and they're not really rigid on how they want proof. You could take a picture of the Zoom session. You could take a picture of me like sharing my screen and proofreading your paper. But that is the more formal way. And then honestly, if I was a student and I just kind of like wanted to like get it out of the way and not meet with a tutor, that's how I would do it, just for the future.
Okay, but will this still count for as proof, pretty much?
I mean, if your professor accepts it, I can't say for sure that your professor would accept, a picture of our Zoom meeting or a picture of my comments as proof that you attended a tutoring session. But I mean, I feel like you would know that more than me. I don't know your professor. I don't really know what they're like.
Okay, yeah.
Like the only thing is like, right, so I'm here. I can even turn my camera on. You could take a picture of me. You could take a picture of the document with my comments on it. But still, it's not like hard proof. Yeah, like how is he supposed to know I work for the writing center? It's not hard proof that you came for an appointment. Whereas that, because it's a Blackboard submission and you have the feedback from a tutor on Blackboard, that's just so much more like solid proof that you saw a tutor. Again, I don't think your professor would not believe you. I mean, especially if there's like feedback on the paper and you're taking a picture of the Zoom session. Um, but I guess like I said, you know better than I do.
Yeah, okay, so, I mean, I could still, in a sense, do that then,
Uh
um,
huh.
within
You
two.
can still
Let me just try to follow again the steps that you indicated earlier.
you can still do that, but I just want to let you know that it does. I mean, like it does take up to 3 days, 2 to 3 days for a tutor to get to your paper and then submit it back. So if your stamp is due tomorrow or tonight, I wouldn't. I I would do this. I would continue with this session.
Oh no, it's because it's due next week. I just didn't know. I just gave myself a week in advance to finish the paper and
Okay.
do
Here,
the.
let me share my screen with you. I personally I've never done it because I've never been required to do tutoring, but let's see if I can figure it out. So I'm gonna go to my Blackboard. Can you see what I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay. Oh damn, it looks different for me. Okay, hold on. Mm, University library maybe? Because the writing center is at the library. I'm sorry, as a tutor, I should know this. Okay. Nope. LRC online tutoring? No, that's for me. Can you show me what your Blackboard looks like? Can you show your screen maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't have it.
Let me see. It says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, here you go. Let me enable it. Okay, you should be able to share now.
Okay. Let me see. Is it? Should be this one. I think that's showing my Blackboard now.
Okay. Oh yeah, perfect. So yeah, it just looks different for me. Where it says my organizations, go ahead and click on that.
Uh-huh.
And then, I'm sorry, under it says LRC online tutoring, go ahead and click on that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Go to Writing Center. Go to, You can, okay, so you can only submit twice per week. Okay, so just read this. If your professor is requiring you to get a stamp for your assignment, you must go to the LRC front desk in person. Once your paper has been responded to online, one of the clerical workers will check your assignment online and then stamp your paper. Make sure to bring a hard copy of the paper you submitted. Or actually, you know what, I don't think this applies right now during COVID. Okay. Okay, so scroll down. Scroll down some more. Okay, and keep scrolling down. So you're gonna click on based off of what you need. Do you need help globally? So like structure. Do you need help with grammar, or is it just like general feedback? So most students kind of you can click whatever you want to click.
Yeah, I'll just choose global because it's more like feedback, just overall, like the whole paper.
Okay, so that's more general then. But whatever, honestly, it doesn't even really matter. Like it doesn't even really matter. So then you'd submit. Yeah, you'd submit, and then once
okay.
go ahead and submit.
Wait, do I need to submit the doc first, right?
Yeah, browse my submission.
Let's see.
And then in the comments, you just make sure to write 2 to 3 things you need help with. Like I need help with grammar. I need help with flow. Does it make sense? Something like that.
Would providing the assignment prompt help you guys in a way of like the reason why like the reason why I wrote it the way I did? Would giving you guys the prompt help or?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. We do a lot of IME papers, so we know what the professor wants. But I mean, yeah. I mean, for a new tutor, maybe, sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah, you could attach another document. That's the prompt. But still, you're gonna have to in the comment section, like write 3 things that you're looking for help on.
And then after those comments, you would
submit,
and then a tutor would be able to have access to that. In a sense?
Yeah, then in 2 to 3 days, like for example, me, I'd be assigned your paper. I would look at it. I would leave comments, and then I'd kind of just give you overall feedback. And then once you come back, you'll see that it's been submitted back to you with the comments and it'll say my name under Writing Center. And that's the verification you give your professor. Again, I'm not saying if you and I continued with the Zoom session and you took pictures of the feedback I gave you in the Zoom session that your professor wouldn't accept that, but this is the formal stamp. This way is the formal stamp. Your professor might not, and I don't think they are, but just in case, might not require the formal stamp.
Okay, so I mean, I just had a question in that case. So what are the like me having done the appointment? What would that be more of a general case of if I just scheduled an appointment with the writing center?
What do you mean?
Like the purposes, right? So, since you're telling me like I should just rather do this, um, to get the feedback and stuff. In that case, when it comes to like appointments, like what are they really for then?
Well, okay, so some students, first of all, their professors don't require stamps, so it's not like they have, some students just really need help, and if they're really truly looking for help, probably comments, very like short comments on your document isn't really something easy that's to understand. So meeting with a tutor and actually having them explain how to fix the paper is a lot easier if you're actually truly looking to fix your paper and you're not just doing it for a stamp. Um, Number two, you can still verify, like I said, you can, let's say like you're actually really interested in fixing the grammar of your IME paper and you feel like you're not going to understand through a submission like this, you can still meet with me and verify. Not, not all students are able to fix their paper based off of a few comments on a feedback. This is a more thorough way of helping the student.
Oh, okay, I see.
Or like for example, with IME, it's a little different because you have like a clear cut prompt, like tell me something about yourself, tell me 3 things you want to learn in this class. But let's say like you're in an English literature class and you have like an analysis paper and you don't really know what to write, you'd go to a tutor for that. It'd be hard to submit a paper and just use feedback comments.
Yeah, in actuality, the IME, tell me about yourself and 3 things. That's pretty much the paper I'm supposed to submit.
Yeah, I know. I just tutored. I just did a couple of those through this Blackboard submission.
Oh, so people have already submitted like how you showed. Oh,
People have
okay.
already done that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right then. I guess I'll end up doing that then.
Okay.
I'm
So
still.
you don't wanna? Do you feel like that's just easier and more convenient for you?
Yeah, I mean it's because I left a weeks ahead of time to do all this,
Uh huh.
thinking that, no, I mean, just to leave ample time for any reviews. But I didn't know about this submission thing through
Yeah.
Blackboard. I thought I had to make an appointment and actually share my screen and talk about my paper. But yeah,
Um. Okay. But hold on. Can you stop sharing real fast?
yes. Let me see. Stop. Yes.
You just need to be very, receptive of your professor's instructions. If your professor is saying you have to meet with a tutor in person, if your professor said that, you have to meet with a tutor live in person and discuss the paper, then the Blackboard submission might not be enough. If they just said your paper has to get reviewed by a tutor at the Writing Center, then the Blackboard submission is enough. So remember, your professor's instructions is very important.
I could actually, if you mind, do I just still have the ability to share my screen right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, actually, it's right here. No, general requirements, right here, number 2. So
Okay, go ahead.
before the writing assignment is due, make an appointment with the LRC, and I sent the email through that same domain, and have one of the tutors review and help improve the quality of your paper. And he pretty much says like the main purpose of it is to help improve the quality, not merely proofreading your paper. It's a good idea for you to show the tutor the requirements of the paper. So pretty much me probably giving you the prompt, which it seems like you're already aware of. And then it says you will need to schedule an appointment or risk having to wait for no-shows, which I guess that's like a drop-in type of case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so plan accordingly. And then it says offers synchronous online tutoring through Zoom and asynchronous via Blackboard.
Yeah. So the first one that was before the pandemic, where he was saying you have to make an appointment. The second one, he is giving you the option of asynchronous, so not meeting with a tutor. Yeah, he is giving you the option.
Okay, so then in that case, it goes to number 3, saying you must submit both the original, marked up by you and the tutor, as well as the rewritten version based on tutor's feedback.
Yeah. So what that means is our comments on your paper Like let's say like I saw your paper and I commented on it, you're gonna get it back with all the comments. You're gonna have to submit that to him, and then once you fix it, you're gonna have to submit the new one to him.
Okay, in that case, then I guess also, yeah, it looks like it's also leading up to number 4. Provide evidence of review, such as screenshots of the Zoom meeting, materials being reviewed, etc. I guess it's very subjective to what that means.
Yeah. So then your professor does accept screenshots of the Zoom meeting. So if you and I went through the Zoom meeting, that would have worked as well.
But regardless, submitting through the asynchronous way, it would be like you guys would provide all the edits, like, or like you guys would like scan or something, writing like the comments or whatever, and I could pretty much submit that as like a side document in a sense.
You would have access to the comments. I don't know how you would submit that person. I don't know how I would save that. I would have just taken a picture and submitted it to the professor.
Okay then.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean I really don't see how like cuz we don't cuz like I leave comments, but it's not comments on the document, it's comments on Blackboard. So I would take a picture.
Oh, okay. Because it's like a Blackboard like annotation in a sense.
Yeah.
Like when professors give you a feedback on the quiz or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay, but yeah, I mean, I still have pretty ample time till next week, which is when it's due.
Yeah, so make sure to submit it probably right now because it does take a couple of days for a tutor to get to it, especially because now is prime time. All the IME students have this paper due, so they're all submitting it through Blackboard submission.
Okay, yeah, then I guess I'll do that then.
Okay.
And yeah, just find a way to submit proof to my professor.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll eventually find out if I get taken points off that that's not the way he wanted it.
I'm based off of the prompt. If you submit a clear picture of your Blackboard submission to the Writing Center with comments, you shouldn't have points deducted.
Okay then, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it through the way you showed me earlier.
Okay. Yeah, is that something you're more comfortable with that than,
Yeah.
than
Yeah, because
Zoom?
I
Okay,
pretty much
cool.
have the paper done already. I'll just submit it in that case.
Okay.
I'll stop sharing my screen. But yeah, thank you once again
Yeah.
for the help.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I didn't know this. I didn't know that whole thing existed.
Yeah. No, it just makes it easier for the tutee, the student.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that
All
then.
right. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to the front desk at the Writing Center for them to clarify. Maybe they could clarify a little bit better on how you could submit the Blackboard submission. But yeah, if not, that's all for this.
Yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you once again.
Okay. Bye. Have a nice day.
You too.